Alright, so I am back, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Fall Cybertron retail version of Vortex. And here he is in his bot mode, and this is one of my favorite molds of the set. If not my favorite. Now the colors on this one are just really wacky. All the bright reds and stuff. It's just... someone told me that they're going off the game colors, and that's fine, I guess. But I would have preferred G1 colors. Even the Platinum Edition isn't G1 colors, so I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, whatever. With the Microblaze kit, he does come with he does get an upgrade of sorts, so he can take his guns off here, or knives, however you want to have them, swords or guns, and he gets this. That's it. He gets a big gun, and his ball joint on his arm is too loose to hold it. It's just a really big gun. I guess with the size of this kind of gun, maybe we'd probably want to do underslung, but he doesn't quite get a good grip enough on it. But let's see here. That looks alright. That's better. I mean, with a gun that size, that's pretty much the way you'd want to wield it, I would imagine. So, there you go. And then to transform him, or posability, I guess, real quick. His head is on a ball joint, so it goes all the way up, left, right. Pretty good range of movement there. Shoulder, ball joint. There is a bicep swivel. Elbow does bend about that far, and then it does bend all the way back. There is a waist swivel, and then the legs are on ball joints, so good range of motion there. You just might have to move the skirting up out of the way to get it into poses. Thigh swivel, bends at the knee, and then there's a bend right here at the kind of ankle thing, and then there's nothing at the feet. So yeah, pretty good. To transform him, you should flip the head up. This will come back. So this will come up. And then what you want to do here is you rotate the waist around, flip these pieces here out, plug these, there's just plugs here, here, and here. I'll plug into these holes here, here, and here. So you plug those in, this will rotate around. Had it right the first time. So they just rotate up. And plug them together. Like so. And you take the arms here. This will rotate around. And this will come off. And you just kind of have to finagle it so that it goes up like so. Do the same thing over here. So this comes up, rotates in, and then you just rotate it around so that you can see that, like, this part of the shoulder here has a cutout that matches the part of the forearm. So you match those up. There's a tab right here. I'll plug into that hole right there. So, then there's these two little hooks, one right here and one on the other side here. They'll just kind of hook in under this, so it taps together. Then you can rotate this piece around. Just like so. Then you can split the propellers. yourself a helicopter thing. You can also open this up, pull this piece here out to give him kind of like the front blaster thing that he had G1. Kind of makes it look a little bit better, but not by much. I'd like to see this guy repainted as like Cicada-Con from Beast Wars, like a pre-Beast Wars Cicada-Con. I think that would look pretty cool. And then of course you can plug these here, or reverse them, or out. Totally crazy looking. Those are the really only 5mm ports you have. So you can take the gun here, plug that in. It's a little loose, if you want to. Alright, and then to transform him back, you just split the legs, fold that in, so fold up. And then I like to take these and just fold them all the way back. Gives them a little bit more of a heel spur as well. Unhook this section here, fold it back, split the arms, and then go back, rotate the arm around, and rotate the arm around. Just kind of clean this all up. Head folds down. Rotate the waist, give him his ridiculously large cannon, and there you go. There's your Vortex in robot mode with the microblaze add-on. I mean, it's a gun. It's, you know, whoop-de-doo. Now here he is with the Platinum Edition. Now this guy does have the add-on that came from the Boost Kiss set, which gives him these extra propellers, or the tail fins. Not much, but it does add to him a little bit. I actually would say this does a better job, such a subtle piece, but does such a better job at adding to the figure than Giant Gun. I mean, honestly, I have piles of giant guns laying around. If I want to give him a giant gun, I could have given him a giant gun at any time. I didn't have to spend $120 for an upgrade kit. Yes, this does transform into the arm, essentially, and he kind of clips onto it. And that's cool. I really like that. It's pretty ingenious, but I think, I mean, everybody else, or the first two figures I looked at, got actual add-ons that made him a little bit better. This is just a big gun. I think they just kind of ran out of ideas or something. So getting him off, let's do size comparisons. Here he is with the Seeker mold. See how he stacks up there. So he's, I mean, it kind of works. He's a little bit taller than the Seeker mold, but it does kind of work. Because remember, Starscream was never more powerful than any of the Combaticons. He deliberately left a piece out so that they can absorb Energon properly. And that's how he controlled them. Here he is with Megatron. Looks pretty good there. Prowl. This scale doesn't really work at all, because I have him sitting here. Here he is with the Unique Toys Dive Bomb. See how he's almost the same size. Definitely got more wingspan, better colorations, because he looks more G1 look. I don't know, I really like this Dive Bomb. I think he's pretty awesome. Getting him out of the way. Brainstorm. And it kind of works. I think Brainstorm's a little too big for him, to be honest. And Rodimus. And I think this works really well. So there you go. especially since the Rodimus has more of a Neo look to him anyway. And here he is with his companions. We got Blast Off, we got Brawl, Onslaught, and Swindle. So we're almost there. We got Swindle, Brawl, Vortex done. I really think that Swindle and Brawl, aside from those extra doohickeys, really do help the figures become a little bit more awesome. Whereas his is just a big gun. I mean, it really doesn't add anything other than saying, oh, he's got a big gun now. It's like, yay, whoop-de-doo. I just don't care enough about it to sit here and say it's a good add-on. It's not a terrible add-on, but it's not a good add-on. It's not great by any means. So, what rating on him? I'm gonna give him a because I am rating him with the add-ons. So I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10. I really think they could have done something, anything to improve the figure, like they did Brawl and Swindle. I mean, they could have figured something out. Like, I mean, even if they would have taken, like these bits here and had them add on to him to make him like more of like an Apache helicopter or something like that, I think that would have really added to his character. And then, maybe make some black wings and then it would turn into a black foot for him or something like that. I think the wing add-ons, like for him, would have looked better on him just because of the fact that he is a helicopter and he should have wing add-ons and stuff. It's a combiner. It doesn't mean Brawl has to be completely, everything related to the leg and foot has to be on Brawl. I mean, look at the Boosticus set. I mean, his foot was part of Onslaught's trailer. So I think, and I believe the Warbitron's feet and hands are going to be part of Onslaught's trailer. So, I mean, I really think that they could have thought, better uses for some of the things to give these guys a little bit more than they did these guys, because they overdid it with these guys and they underdid it with these guys. We'll get into him next. So there you go. I still think the best thing about the set is the actual figure itself, and that's just the regular Hasbro release, and that's kind of sad when we're talking about a third-party add-on. Yes, I know the main attraction of the set is the combined mode, and we'll get into that when we get there, and we'll get into Onslaught when we get there. But right now, I'm just reviewing the individual figures with their add-ons, and I really think they let us down with these add-ons for Vortex and Blast Off. We'll get the Blast Off tomorrow. So I don't know what I'm doing with these stupid guns. And see, that's the other thing. Now, I don't have a place for these guns, so I have to figure something out here, like something wacky. Yeah, that doesn't look good at all. I mean, they could have at least engineered maybe like a 5mm hole here and here that you could plug them into, or something, anything. I mean, it just, I really, really don't think they thought this through and just were like, okay, give them a big gun, we're done.